Alright everyone, welcome back to my Bloodborne Old Hunters walkthrough. Playthrough. More of a playthrough than a walkthrough. And the last thing you guys saw, or that anybody saw, is the little snippet of the playthrough where I kicked Lawrence's ass. The one good run I got to kick his ass. And I actually still had 11 blood vials, which makes me very happy. You know what? Nope. We need to go back to the Hunter's Dream anyway. So next is exactly what everybody's expecting. It is the Orphan of Kos fight. There is actually something I do need to go investigate real quick on the pathway to Lawrence. But I assume most of this episode will actually be no commentary, just silence. So pardon that, but still, if you're interested in the chat or anything like that, please feel free. I have absolutely nothing against it. And I will try and answer to the best of my ability. Alright, we don't have any good blood gems. Any really good blood gems. I don't know if that helped the guidance rune, but it seemed to. It sure seemed to. Low radiance and purity beads. So this is what we got. We got the Beast's Embrace. So I'll read this really quick. After repeated experiments in controlling the scourge of the beast, the gentle Embrace rune was discovered. When its implementation failed, the Embrace became a forbidden rune, but this knowledge became a foundation of the healing church. Those who swear this oath take on a ghastly form and enjoy accentuated transformation effects, especially when wielding a beast weapon. So, basically, this is a rune for the beast claws, specifically. So this is what it does, more or less. Well, not more or less, just in general. That's what it does. It changes your whole complexion to like a beast, and changes your hair, and I believe it changes most of your body. Yeah. Looks a lot. You actually start to look a lot like the cleric beast. Including the hair on the left arm. It looks even cooler when paired with the beast claws, but I don't have the beast claws, so we are not rolling with that. Oh, well, that actually looks kind of good. I'm actually gonna go with just the Herald set because I really like this. There's actually a set like what I'm using on my regular character. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy this, like, set. Just in general, this little creation of my own. So it's the Wine Hakama, I believe it's Gascoigne's gloves, the Harrowed chest and head. And I'm not sure why I enjoy it so much, but I just do. I don't know, it looks interesting to me. Alright, so we are going to spend every blood vial, or every thing we've got on blood vials, because I am assuming this will take a while. So let me just look and see. Bloodletter, McDonald Arm, Boomhammer, Rakuyo, Simon's Bowblade, Ludwig, Church Pick, Beast Cutter, Be Safe. I think that's all the DLC weapons. But the guns. Got the Gatling. Oh, there's one thing we still have to do. And it can, well, I guess it can be accessed by either of these, but he's an old friend that I totally just noped out. I went nope, and ran away in the very, very beginning of the playthrough. Or this little, side content for the playthrough. Which we are going to go get because it has some interesting lore and unlocks a couple items for us. Including a weapon that, because I want to show everyone where to get all the weapons, and I believe this is the only way to do it. Alright, so I think this is the shortest way to him. And there's actually something that I missed back here that I'll probably die, but I don't mind. And it's actually back in here where this guy is. Oh. Yeah, back in here there is a weapon, or something. The Butcher's set. So we are going to go ahead and... Oh, can I get to it fast enough? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that's not too awful. So yeah, the butcher stuff I'll read in just a second. It's actually really interesting, and it's got a very interesting placement in the inventory. Alright. So, we have our hunter stuff, all the new stuff. Harrowed gear. And I believe he's coming up very... And then, I think I read the Brador's set. I'm going to read it again. Bloodied hide of a horrible cleric beast pulled over the back. Without the attached beast hide, this foreign garb wouldn't raise any eyebrows. Brador donned a compatriots beastly scalp and hide while still moist with blood. Most of the bloodstains on this hide were from that day. So yeah, Brador basically killed what we can assume by just the headpiece and the, like, hide that's on his back. I think it was Lawrence, like the real cleric beast Lawrence. Even though that he is in the nightmare, I think the one in the nightmare is just a manifestation to protect the rune. So like, kind of like a dream manifestation of another human being. I think that's just, it wasn't drawn in. The monster itself, the beast, was not drawn in. He is just a manifestation to protect the beast rune, the beast's embrace. So, yeah, I believe that's why he's in here, because the Brador, which is also in the dream, but I believe he was a hunter drawn into the dream, to protect church secrets. That's just my opinion. But the Graveguard robe, we gotta read this. Robe of Doris, Graveguard of the Forbidden Woods. And I am aware I missed the mask. I just recently actually found out how to, like, go grab the mask itself, which is really cool looking. But I might go grab it and read the lore, but it's not much different than this. Robe of Doris, Graveguard of the Forbidden Woods. Countless bloodied ritual tools hang from its back. Willem kept 2 loyal servants back at Bergenworth. They were sent into the labyrinth, they encountered the Eldritch Truth, and went mad. One became the password gatekeeper, while Doris became a Graveguard of the forest. Both remained loyal even in madness. So basically, the 2 loyal subjects, or people, were the guy who was at the gate, like blocking the entrance to the Forbidden Woods, and the Graveguard, which is this guy. Now, what I find is here, and it looks, I don't know, it looks quite, well, this does. The mask looks similar to the Graveguard mask, but Mask of the Medaris twins, denizens of the Forbidden Woods, likely belonging to the older of the 2. The twins grew up in silent kinship with a poisonous snake. Eventually they learned human ways and became hunters. When they discovered vermin even in their beloved snake, the younger brother is said to have murdered the older. So I don't know if the younger brother's, like, set is in here, or this is just, it's for both of them. But that's right here. In my opinion, butcher sets in the games, Souls games, that I would actually wear, especially the chest piece. It's very interesting. But I think this is just both of their sets. Like, they wore more or less the exact same thing, because they were twins and they grew up where they grew up, and it's that kind of thing. But yeah, very, very ghostly, very creepy looking. All right, now let's go, because we actually have a buddy that we need to go visit that I totally just bypassed. No. And I think I might be able to get back to him. I'm not actually sure. I don't know. We'll find out. But he is a beast, and he's basically using the beast hunters, or the beast's embrace, and the... How did I miss that item? Well, we'll go get it. I'm kind of blown away, because I don't usually miss that item. I haven't missed that item the last couple times. I don't think it's anything, like, horribly important. Oh, it's the constable's, like, suit. That is pretty important, actually. That has some pretty significant lore behind it. We're gonna just haul our ass this way. Actually, I think the hunter's bonfire would be better for the... Oh, God, I hate that spit. Might be better for this just in general, but... Can we... Yes, we can. Alright, so yeah, the run from the this other bonfire is... well, lamp, is much more... is much closer. Alright, well, he's down. Yeah, I knew he was gonna come out. But he's dead, so... Yeah. Alright, so I totally chickened out of this fight. Beginning of the playthrough. Simply because he does tons of damage to me. Or he did. But I leveled up significantly. And he still does tons of damage. Especially because he locked me in that corner. He got me in the corner. I didn't know that did damage, though. That growl, or howl, or whatever you'd like to call it. I didn't know that did damage. So yeah, we're actually going to go back to the Hunter's Dream. And then back to that first bonfire. Or lamp, not bonfire. I've been watching Epic Name Bro's playthrough of Dark Souls. Like his final like run of Dark Souls on his channel. Like not final in general, but like final for his channel. It's really cool. It's very, you know, if you've been like me, I've been a semi long-term E&B kind of viewer. Watched a lot of his content, if not most of it. And just, it's on YouTube, his content on YouTube, not his streams or anything like that, but I just gotta kind of put that in perspective. But just in general, I think it's very, not emotional, but just, it's very cool to be like going through one last run through of everything Dark Souls, the first Dark Souls, had to offer. It's very comprehensive and very cool and very speculative and I don't know. I like to hear E&B talk. So if you like to just kind of sit back and listen to a soothing voice talk about a game just in general, it's definitely something you should look into. I mention his videos every time. I think almost every time I play either Bloodborne or any of these games, actually. There's something going on with my sound effects, and I'm not sure what it is. But alright, let's see if these guys will lose me by the time I get to the top of these stairs. Because if they just leave me alone, then I'm just going to run by them. Seems like they just lose interest. Yep. Alright. Oh, that was a bad move. Oh, God, he has so much health. He does have a... Oh, God. This is like a little mini-boss. Like, that's what I would consider this in terms of Bloodborne. Like, this is a mini-boss. Dude. I think he's actually fairly easy to parry as well, so he's not like ungodly hard, but that's why the Beast Claws are not like the best for PvP, is because they're really easy to parry. I don't know how easy to parry this new moveset is. Let's see. Well, I have to... Oh, God. I have to not miss. So that's what that attack is for. Oh! Well, that was weird. I totally, like, redirected him. Oh, please don't stick me somewhere. I really hate where this fight takes place because it's like it sticks you. Or it's really easy for him to stick you in a corner. Like that. I would say dodge. Dodge counter hits are the way to go with this fight. Or just, you know, hits every now and then. Ooh, I caught him in the roll. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So you actually see that when you die or when you're killed using the Beast's Embrace, and I'll talk about the Firing Hammer badge in just a second, you change back, which I think is a really cool effect. I think is really well done. So you actually change back to your character model. Actually, you know what? We're not even going to mess with this little doorway. But as soon as we warp back, we will talk about the Firing Hammer badge. So that's basically what we needed for the last gun in the DLC, from what I know. I believe that's the last one. I'll have to take a comprehensive, just kind of look at all the items and stuff and see if I missed anything at the when this is over. But as far as I'm concerned, after we kill the Orphan of Cause, and I kind of talk about that for God knows how long, that is going to be the conclusion of this. So this may be the finale. I'm not sure yet. All right, but first, we have to talk about this little key item we got. This little badge, which is the only badge in the DLC, which is really cool looking. Firing Hammer badge. Crafted by the Otto. I know Otto is O-T-T-O, but I'm going to say Otto. I don't know if that's right, but precursor to the workshop of the heretical powder kegs. So these are basically the guys who came before the powder kegs. Before the powder kegs were the powder kegs, these guys came first. The powder kegs were driven by a singular ideal and crafted strange weapons of great intricacy. It is clear that the philosophy of the powder kegs was already established at the time. So whenever these old hunters, this hunter's nightmare, whenever this takes place, you know, quote unquote takes place, whenever these hunters are from, it's already an ideal. The ideals of the powder kegs are already established. So it's not just a fleeting thought. They are a sect of hunters already. Now, it also says that they created weapons of great intricacy. It doesn't actually say anything like some of the other weapons. Even the powder keg badge itself. I want to read just because I think it might say something. Heretics of the Workshop. Adoration of complex design and big booms culminated weapons in weapon designs that contrast with those traditionally of the Workshop. If the late powder kegs, bless their souls, had a motto: if weapon ain't got kick, it just ain't worth it. So, kind of the same thing. So I believe that's the motto they're talking about, or the ideal that they're talking about. But what is the item I wanted to look at? It's one of the weapons. I think it is it's either the... I actually don't have that weapon. Let's look at it in here then. It's one of the powder keg weapons, I know. This. I think it's this. No, it's not this. It's that, I think. No, I thought it was one of the powder keg weapons that said something about the powder kegs. Maybe it's one of their guns. But here's the weapon that I wanted to get. The piercing rifle, which we've kind of seen, it is the spiral weapon, like the gunshot that is physically a spiral. This is what it's the gun that is being used by the old hunters. A rifle engineered by the Auto Workshop, the precursor to the workshop of the heretical powder kegs. Designed for hunting on narrow streets, this rifle has been optimized to cause perforation wounds, but is unfit for reliably countering attacks. So I believe you can still parry with it, but it causes so much stagger that it's really not... It's better... It's kind of like the Fist of Gradia. It's better to knock something, like, back than to physically counter, because if you miss your counter, you're going to just stagger it out of its attack, out of the enemy's attack. Flame Spear, Rosemarinus, Lock Shield, which we have. I collected the Lock Shield. I believe that's it. I believe that is everything. All the gear sets, all of the weapons. Well, not all the weapons quite yet. We still have, I believe, just one. Which is actually gotten after the Orphan of Kos. So, now we go back to the fishing hamlet. Or, well, it's not actually going to be the fishing hamlet. It's going to be the fishing hut, but the vein is still the same. Now, this is the part of the playthrough that is most likely going to... I'm just going to turn my microphone off and just go with the flow of the game, because talking and playing this fight, I have not done it yet, and this fight took me a crazy long time. Although I have gotten a pretty half-decent strategy down to fight this boss. And it is actually not with this weapon, it's with this one. Which is odd, because this is the weapon that I actually have a damage down on when it comes to kin. I think it's still kin, right? Yeah, it's still kin. It's at a 90, which is not very good. But what is this charge attack? Alright, that might work. But yeah, we've been down there to get the Rakuyo and the 2 Winter Lanterns. If you have high enough Discovery, you can actually farm the Winter Lanterns for Blood Gems, which is cool. So, I want to kind of appreciate this. These are the, I believe, daughters. There are no males in here. Because if I want to look at this, I really want to look at it. If you look at them, they have very feminine qualities. And I believe that these are all daughters of Kos, the actual Great One. So they are humanoid to an extent, but they're not human. They are lesser Great Ones. I don't know exactly what these would be classified as. But this is what's interesting, is that you literally don't have to do any damage to them. Rolling through them kills them. That's it. And you don't get anything for them. You don't get any echoes. There's nothing. There's no gain from killing them. I've seen people on a couple streams I've watched run through them and just smack them all to death, which it does nothing. There's no point. And this is very much a mood setter, so in all honesty, I would keep them alive. Even if it's fun to kind of, like, it's... Actually, my first run-through of this, they reminded me a lot of Bubble Wrap. And that sounds like a very odd comparison. But just hitting something and being able to kill it, no problem. Going into this fight, these feel like a stress relief. Like, this is your stress ball if you're having an issue. Like, just get your aggression out here and then go into the fight. I feel like they were thinking in that way when they designed this. And, of course, it also has lore significance because these things are praying to this unfortunately dead Great One. And her I don't know if they... I don't know if these offspring know that the orphan is alive. They might be giving prayers to Cos. They might be praying for Cos. They might be praying for a child. I'm not sure, but they are... for all intents and purposes, they are... Or they look like they're praying. Hands crossed. Very human way of praying, but still offering their minds to... Their minds and hearts and whatever to this abomination. This god, for all intents and purposes. But yeah, we've already activated him. I had the cutscene in my last part, like last full part, where we just... Oh, he's too far away. Ooh, yeah, I didn't get that. I wasn't expecting that one. I get that. Yeah, I got that one. That wasn't too bad. And we're not doing that much damage, even in terms of backstabs. That was weird. I very rarely see him do like a weird backstep thing. And I'm still talking. I have no idea why. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Alright. Ooh, ouch. Ooh, there's the first death of many. I'm expecting lots and lots and lots of death here. I'm not expecting this to be fast. This may be just very much akin to my Lawrence run. And we'll talk about, like, as soon as I kick his ass and upload that part, I will, like, start a stream and talk about it before anything else happens. But yeah, that's the basic gist of the fight. That wasn't much, because he does have two phases. This newborn phase, and then a great one, where he actually changes into his quote-unquote great one form. That's what I've heard a lot of people calling it. I don't know if I agree with that, because that also gives stock to the fact that he is a great one. He's just orphan. He's a baby great one. I don't know how much stock I put in that, just because of how human he is. Just how humanoid he looks. I don't know, because all of the great ones, none of them have been, unless I'm completely forgetting something, none of them, either they've been, like, just a thought, or they have not been... Ooh, that was a thrust. I didn't know I had a thrust. Oh, yeah. Ooh, no, not a death. Not quite. Yeah, and you can parry him in both forms, but I do not recommend trying to parry his great form, or great one form. And it's real easy as he gets closer. But yeah, if you're looking for something kind of entertaining and kind of cheesy, Lobos Jr. uploaded an all fist run of... Oh, he backed me against the wall. That's nice. I don't think he's ever done that before. But an all fist run of the DLC and all of Bloodborne, actually. I don't know how to dodge that. I guess forward through it, but... Nope, I'm too far away. I don't know how to... Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this fight, so I'm going to die, because I don't have nearly enough blood vials for me to actually do this fight properly. I just don't. I just don't have enough. That might actually be really helpful, though, getting into him. I don't know. Nope, didn't get it fast enough. range. Ooh, that was not a good attempt for Alright, this isn't going horribly. Oh, that was too late. Oh, and I just do not know how to... Well, it's a delay. It's what I've noticed about, like, when I was talking about Lawrence. It seems like all of the bosses in this are... Like, the dodge timing is just... It's all about delay. This guy, no. I mean, a lot of his attacks are just reaction when you see them. Get out of the way. But... I did. Yeah. But yeah, just in general, Ludwig, Lawrence, who else? Orphan attacks, but not many. Maria is more of a twitch, like on, some of her attacks are on delay, but let's see if we can actually... Nope. We need a thrusting attack. That's what I need. Yeah, see, like that. That's very much a delay. Oh, I got him. Oh, he smacked me first, but I did get him. That should have been a backstab. There we go. There's one. Oh, that was just not under him. Oh, damn it. Alright, heal up. God, that really messes up that whole attack for him. I cannot seem to do that. Properly. There we go. Yeah, it's very, just looking at boss design, it's very gross, in my opinion. Great, he's got a really good design. It's very gross. Alright, this should be the point where he, starts to change. Yep, there it goes. Alright, so this is his great form, or his great one form, which is hyper aggressive. Be prepared, folks, when you attempt this fight. This is ridiculous. And I have not, like, mastered this form simply because of how hyper-aggressive he can be. I'm not sure how I dodged that. Ooh, not that one. Ooh, nope. Oh, yep, I knew I was going to get hit by that. I dodged forward instead of back. The one thing I do enjoy about this fight in general is that he does have a very distinct pattern. It's just so fast and so not the same as any other boss that it's hard to fight. It's hard to counter this boss just in general. And I might actually change my weapon into its two-handed form for this part, because I'm not going for criticals. This is not the part of the fight where I want to do criticals. The first part of the fight is where I want to do criticals, but the second part, there's no use, in my opinion. I know for a fact you can parry his Great One form. I've seen it done. I'm just not ballsy enough to go for every parry. It's as simple as that. The strategy that I'm going to use is just two-hand. Because I like the idea of parrying him into submission, into his Great One form, and then just throwing my Whirligig Saw into his two-handed form, and then just, well, attempting, let's put it that way, attempting to wreck him. Oh, that's not one he usually does. Not like that anyway, wow. He usually jumps over you. Damn it. See, that's all about delay. Oh. Dirty orphan. God damn it. Yep, there I go. That was just a shit show. I guess, I don't know, that particular try, I've never had an instance in which he does not jump over you as his first attack. So I guess that kind of threw my vibe off in general. That was very strange. I don't think I've ever seen him do that. Actually, I know for a fact I've never seen him do that. Like, personally, I've never fought him and him not go straight into that jump. So strange. Very strange. Maybe I got too close too fast. I don't know. Sometimes that messes with boss AI. I know that. Let me see something. It's not fast enough. I want to try this, actually. I missed. Wow. Oh, fucking seriously. See, now I'm just, I don't know what my issue is. Now it's like I can't dodge anything. Which is just such a great place to be. I did have that phase when I fought him the first time on my own character, like on my personal character. And, oh my god. it was a long stretch of just not being able to do anything just because I was screwing up his dodge timing. On the first phase, too, because the second phase is so hyper, like, he's super fast and hyper aggressive. I guess you get used to that, and then it's just, it becomes like, you can almost not go back after you see that second form as being so fast. I don't know. I'm making excuses. Yeah, again with your over the head. I have again, that is brand new for my brain to comprehend that he does that attack right there. As his starting attack. See, and that's probably effective like it is because it's a swing, so it almost doesn't have a chance to not hit if you go around your character. Come on. Yeah, no way I was not gonna get that. Yep, back up. Ah, damn it. That particular attack is... Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm totally going the cheesy route of not just swinging at him. I am perfectly okay with that, and you should be too if this is like, if he's kicking your ass on multiple occasions. Just parry him. Parry him down to half health, and then take on his Great One form. Because the more practice you get at his Great One form, the better off you'll be in general. Because it's so different. It's just vastly different from his regular form. And he's gonna turn. Oh, maybe not. Apparently not. He doesn't want to right now. He might not. He might just be right on the cusp. And this is gonna set him over. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, nope. Back off. Alright. Come on. It's not bad damage. It's not great hyper. Oh, wow. Wow, he took me with him, too. I would say in this fight, too, distance is one of your best friends. Ooh. Oh, and there I go. God, wow, that is so unpredictable. Yep, alright. This is the point in which I am going to go ahead and switch my mic off and focus on this fight, because this is going to be a pain in the ass. Alright, I will see you guys on the other side, and we will chat about all of the stuff going on in this fight, and hopefully a bit. Alright, bye-bye, guys. crap. That was a good shot. But I ran out of blood vials, and I knew I wasn't going to do that one. But yeah, those viscerals were really good in the beginning. I basically need to use no blood vials in the beginning of the fight. I guess that's the key. Or I needed to be more aggressive just in that second phase. But yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Whew. Wow, I'm like starting to like heat up and sweat. Ticket pace for the whole seat, but I need the edge. That's brilliant. All right, let's try this again. Come on, shithead. All right. Go. There's visceral. There we go. Gotcha. Ooh, those are so nice to get. Alright, no, you need to come. Come. Oh, I got most of that health back. That was slick and nice. Nice. I'm gonna get one more visceral before he goes in a... Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh. If there's one fight in Bloodborne that can physically get your heart rate going, that's the one. So yeah, I thought I was going to have to go radio silent for that whole thing, and I basically did for that last part, but I was able to keep the mic on, which is awesome. Whew! Alright. I'm going to go, I'm going to just take a 2-minute break. I need to compose myself, and then we will talk about, this thing, which is in the middle of the room, the lamp, which I'm going to pop right now, and then this little black thing, and then the rest of the stage, the nightmare. We're going to talk about it, but I need a minute. That was awesome. And I still have blood vials left. That's how I know I really won, is because I still have 5 blood vials. After Lawrence, the second time through, I had 11. So that makes me feel awesome with that. Glad I have that on, like, recorded. Oh, it's so great. It was so great. Oh, that was awesome. That was amazing. But I'm going to take a couple minutes, grab some water, fix your heart palpitations. I'll be back. All right, we are back, folks. Oh, I'm still all juiced after that. But we do have some things to talk about, so I will put my energy into that. All right, so I believe we did get a prey slaughtered message, which is a good thing, and the fog doors lifted. We still have this, which is actually, if you look, more or less right where this thing's womb or belly would have been. And yeah, I can see you in the chat, Ian, don't worry. That was so great. But it's him. It's like the that's not helpful. It's like the manifestation of a soul. Like, this is as close to a soul as we get in Bloodborne. This is Kos, or this is the orphan. His physical body has been taken care of, but his soul is still trapped. He is linked to this nightmare. And so I believe, in my opinion, that he is not the host because he is trapped. I think she is the host. Because everyone you kill, everyone of significance, you kill in this nightmare. And the nightmare it's not a nightmare. This is the only thing when I'm going to hit it, and you'll see what it says, but it's the only thing really truly linking the nightmare. I don't think the orphan is causing the nightmare. I think Kos caused the nightmare because of her death and the hunters damning her son, her orphan, her newly born great one, to a nightmare. Much like Murgo is in Murgo's loft. Much how Murgo is non-visible. And you kind of hear a baby laughing and crying as you're going through the game itself. I believe that is Murgo as well. That is the child of Yarnum and the unseen Odin. Which, if we go into the description of the Odin Wraith rune, or any of the Odin runes, I believe, anything that mentions his name, Wraith sees a subtle mucus in the warmth of blood and acknowledges visceral attacks as one of the darker hunter techniques. So restores quicksilver bullets. That would have actually made this fight kind of interesting, but I would never have done that. Human or no, the oozing blood is a medium of the highest grade, and the essence of formless Great One Odin. So Odin lives in all blood. That is my belief. Regardless of the being in which it flows, the living tissue, the blood of the living, is Odin. It's just, he is a sound, he is nothing, but he is everywhere. It's a very interesting kind of omnipotence, but omnipotence in the form of just being. He's just here. He doesn't necessarily interact. He doesn't really do anything. He is just here. But the only thing he does is he surreptitiously seeks the precious blood. So, much like Odin and Murgo, which I believe is Odin's child, who survived and became the noise you hear, the transcription kind of just nothingness, still having some bearing in the world as a child, as a cry. This is the child of this Great One, which is very visible, which means they are beings. She's very... I said slug-like when I first played this myself. It looks like a big-ass slug. That's what I said to myself. It doesn't. I mean, it does. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kos does look like kind of just a giant, bulbous, pregnant slug. But she's also not in her natural, medium. She's on ground. Does this look like a creature that would ever live in on Earth? Not like on Earth as in the planet, but on solid ground? No. I mean, it may have very few human-like characteristics like these hands, although I don't know if that's human or just it's just being. This creature belongs out here. It's not a slug. She's much more like a jellyfish, with an upper body of being, of like an intelligent, I need to touch things kind of smart being. And yeah, like I said, the chat just said she's like a big jellyfish, and she is. But that's my point, is that this slug-looking thing is not a slug. I think she's a form of, jelly that would coast through the ocean or swim through the ocean. And the reason that we see this, membrane that's kind of broken is because she was gutted. That's what I truly believe. This being was whole at one point. She has been filleted down the middle. And because she has no form, like even if she was still covered, like not covered, if she was still whole, she would have some semblance of realistic shape. Now, I understand that she's a great one, and realism is not necessarily their thing. I mean, look at that. That's not exactly realism. That isn't at all, actually. But if you look, something I think many people overlook is that just looks like a thing. That's lips. That's a nose. That's very human. But with very, very, like her quote-unquote hair is tentacles, and this is a human facade, I believe. But yeah, that's lips. And I haven't really seen anyone else say anything of this sort. She has a human face, not unlike the things in this tunnel and these enemies that we've been just killing. So in terms of like biology, I think it's something. How did they die? Oh, they must have died when we ran over here. But if you look at their faces, much the same tentacle-esque facade, human facade looking kind of being. But if you look at them, they do not have a flayed middle, like a flayed underside. They're very whole. Slug-like, yes, but whole. And they are saying something, like, I can't make out what it is, and I don't know if it's able to be, it's not something you can make out. But they are praying. They are saying something. But the human facade that they look like... I mean, let's see. Yeah, we can kind of illuminate their face. They're very humanoid in their face. Very womanly in their face. Beautiful. So is she. I mean, her face and eyes are covered, but you can very clearly see a pair of lips and a nose. All we're missing is the top portion of her face. So her eyes and the top of her head, which could very well be just this hair tentacle thing. But something that they have, that she has, that Kos has, that they do not, is this flayed, disgusting midsection and down to her tail. I mean, this maybe is just natural, like what I'm walking on, just natural. This doesn't fit. This, like, edge part here. That does not fit into the, Bloodborne biology of this creature. I believe she was flayed. And it's an awful thought. But this is a being. This is a creature that existed in this world. I believe she was caught in some fashion and cut open while she was alive. And then she was dumped. Or she washed up. They dumped her and she washed up on the shoreline. And this was she was pregnant when they did it. I believe that of the creatures we find and see in this game, Kos is one of the most sad figures. If what I'm saying is possible, if that's the case. Because this purplish edge just doesn't fit to me. It doesn't feel like a part of the biology of this weird jelly thing. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel right to me. I think she was flayed. And I think that this single fight, if you think about what the fight is the saddest fight, and your character is one of the most awful characters in Bloodborne. Because the character that we have, Mr. Jollisworth, Senior Jollisworth, has not only stumbled upon the flayed, supposedly, this is all speculation on my end, the flayed corpse that was dumped back into the ocean of a great one. Unbeknownst to the hunters or scholars or whatever you'd like to call them, the monsters of Bergenworth, she was pregnant. She washed up, and before she died on the shoreline, I believe that she is the one that fostered the curse, fostered this nightmare. I believe that she cursed her child. She made him the holder of the curse, so that it would take something absolutely amazing, something awe-inspiringly powerful, a hunter awe-inspiringly powerful, a being powerful enough to kill a straight-up, like, actual great one, real great one, which he was. He is the most real great one we fight, we encounter, besides Mother Koss here, which is, she's obviously gone. So this encounter, you know, quote unquote, does not count. But then we fight her child, which is cursed, which is why his essence is still here. We fight a baby that is right out of the womb, fighting for its life. The reason I believe that this fight, in game anyway, the metagame of this is just, this is a hard-ass boss. But the in-game reasoning, I think, that you could write off why this boss is so tough is because he is so unpredictable. Is because he hasn't been out of the womb for more than 10 minutes when we come for him. And when we, quote-unquote, you know, murder his essence, we kill him completely, but we destroy the nightmare. By killing him, we release the nightmare.
Ah, sweet child of Koss, returned to the ocean. A bottomless curse, a bottomless sea, accepting of all that there is and can be.
So after that, I believe I just got 3 insight for that, and you get 5 from the actual fight itself. So you just freed the orphan of Koss. Now, regardless if he has actually been freed and alive in the real world now, in the waking world, it's to be seen. But something else that I already pointed out, this boss room is amazingly large. I didn't use a lot of the boss. The room, anyway. You can get almost out to those masts that are in the sea. So, yeah, use your space. Makes for a very interesting boss fight if you use the water. But, yeah. She is a very sad figure. This fight, this encounter, hard as it is, in just looking at it and being here for it, it is truly sad. In my opinion. I mean, and that's just me. And I mean, this whole series, the Bloodborne included, has lots of touchy-feely kind of concepts. Like Adeline, that's a good one. We give her what she wants. She has her realization of the milkweed rune, and she dies right there in front of us. She gives us the rune, her vision, that she means something, the only thing that means something to her, and she dies. Koss, just being. And she is scooped up, she's captured, in my opinion, and she is flayed, experimented on, cast back into, washes up here, child still being alive and with her dying breath, curses her own child and all the hunters, all of all of everyone. Everyone that has to do with Bergenworth, Mensis, the Scholars, everyone. And we come in and have to murder him and his being, his soul being, his cursed being, to get him out. I don't know. If that doesn't at least touch you a little bit in terms of just the bosses in this game. Like, there's a lot of, like, kind of, ooh, that sucks. That's kind of sad. I think her and her child's is by far the most sad. And it brings a whole new kind of light to Bergenworth, to the harshness and sinister nature of what they were doing. I mean, these are, I mean, they're still technically, they still exist in the world of Bloodborne. They're living beings. They are still alive and they are kicking. And the hunters just eviscerate them. Just tear them apart. And so, the character you play is not much better. Not in my opinion. I mean, sure, it's your character and you're going to get attached and you like it. And you're like, no, they can't. It can't be like that. Your character is carrying on Bergenworth and everything. All of it. Your character is carrying it all on. And by killing the orphan, yes, you may have been doing it a service. But at what cost? I really do. I mean, that is really a good question. Just what cost? I mean, was it worth it? To be that person? I mean, I don't know. It's a very interesting question. But one I will leave for the pondering minds of Ian B, Vadividia, Silvermont, all those guys. If you want real, like, cohesive, put together, really nicely done lore videos, Vadividia, regardless of his controversy, and if you like him or not, whatever. Vadividia does great videos. Look to the subreddit, too. The subreddit and the wiki are great for just if you want to read it and not listen to it. They're great for that kind of stuff. And the only thing we have to do, and that's why I came back to the Hunter's Dream, only thing we've got to do is look at the cost parasite. Because not only did we kill her and her child, or the hunters, or scholars, whatever, killed her and her child, and then we kill the orphan, which is her child, and then kill his cursed being, his essence, his ethereal essence in this world, on this plane, this nightmare. We pilfer from either the orphan or the dead corpse of said great one, this, which is one of the weirdest weapons in the entire game. Now, I can't really show you the effects of the beast claws because I don't have the beast claws. I do on my other character, and I'll stream Bloodborne again, just not on this character, not a playthrough. I'll probably talk about lore and different things, but it's gonna be more of a run through of just fun stuff if I do it again. But I can show you guys Milkweed Rune. So we've already seen Cauliflower Brain. We've seen that. It's nothing too special. Well, let me show the kind of, let's just take that rune off completely. So, let me show you what happens if you equip the cost parasite just regularly. That's all that happens. Nothing. It's literally like you're not holding anything. Alright, let me get a view of his hand real quick. Yeah, it's literally, there's nothing in your hand, and it's just that. It's literally like you're barehanded. Now, nothing here. If you equip the Milkweed Rune, you're going to see something very different here. So the actual rune effect is small increase in item discovery, but this is what it actually does. So now you'll see that I have a little tentacle. More of a little tentacle. And now I have just pure, straight up tentacles. Yeah, This is the Cause Parasite. So one-handed, it's a very strange weapon. I haven't really played around with it much. You can't imbue it at all. So if you hit bolt paper, I don't actually know if you can use this. I don't know if you can use that. No, you can't. Okay, so you can't use the empty phantasm shell. You can't really use anything to imbue it with anything because it's an arcane specific just build. That's all it is. But yeah, it's a very strange weapon. No charge attack on the R2 when it's two-handed, but you do get this, which uses bullets, but it's a 3-hit multi-hit attack. So it hits once, twice, and then third time is where all your damage comes from, and usually a stagger. And then your switchback attack, so your untricking or your tricking attack is throwing more parasites at someone? I have no idea. That's your trick attack. Very strange weapon. And you can, just to let everybody know, you can get uncanny and regular versions, or uncanny and lost versions of the weapons. And there we go. And basically what they do is just give you more different gem slots. The different gem slots you're probably going to want for the Cost Parasite are going to be the Uncanny, because I believe it has a triangular gem. So yeah, it's probably something you're going to want to look for if you're into just stacking arcane. You're going to have to go through the dungeons. You're going to have to, I believe the best gem farming is actually in the dungeons, which triangular gem is in the dungeons, which kind of sucks, but it happens. I mean, that's just how this game kind of works. But yeah, guys, we're done. We are officially, unequivocally done with the DLC. I am finished with my playthrough of the DLC. That's it. I am tapping out. If I do more Bloodborne stuff in the future, it will be just pure fun stuff on my main character, which is, he's like mid 200s, I think, is his level. But yeah, we're done. That was it. Lawrence, Orphan of Kos, Maria, Living Failures, and Ludwig. We got some crazy lore, got some crazy stuff in general done in that one. But yeah, thanks for everyone who chatted. Thanks for everyone who watched. Anybody who watched any of this stuff, awesome. I appreciate you so much. Anybody who watched some of it, I appreciate you so much. Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a ride. The DLC was hard as all hell, but damn, that expands the story and the weapon variety and just the game in such a cool way. If you haven't picked up Bloodborne, do it. It's awesome. If you don't have a PS4, I would recommend it, but it is a console, it is expensive, I understand. I would still recommend it, but Bloodborne should be one of the first games on your list if you do get a PS4, just because it is so cool. And it's cool to speculate about. All the Dark Souls, Miyazaki games are really cool to speculate about and chat about and talk, and, you know, it's what fuels me. It's what fuels me is to talk about the games I'm playing, and these just give me so much to talk about. It's great. But yeah, this is the last time you'll see Mr. Jolliesworth, our crazy ass player character. What a transformation too, from our church attire and all that good stuff to our harrowed gear with our Japanese pants, our samurai pants, and our pilfered Gascoigne gloves. But yeah, that was awesome, guys. I appreciate, again, everybody who watched any of this, anybody who decided to watch, God, I can't even believe this, all of this, which is just insane to think about. But yeah, guys, that was a great stream. I appreciate Mr. Ian for joining me to chat. And anybody else who watched, good on you. I appreciate it. It's very encouraging. And what's also encouraging is when Nevada this goes up, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff, commenting if you had a comment or anything like that, any input you wanted to give me, go for it. But yeah, that's it. We're done, guys. That was the our full conclusion of the Bloodborne DLC and Bloodborne as a whole. Next time you see Bloodborne, if you see Bloodborne in the near future, it will be on my other character, so be looking out for that. I was planning actually on doing, I don't know if I'll stream it or not, but I was definitely planning on doing some a lore or a Ludwig run. I still have to kind of find an outfit, but I'm curious, and then probably just themed builds like a Simon run and things like that. But yeah, as I'll say it again, we're done, guys. That was Bloodborne, the Old Hunters DLC. I will probably do a showcase on my other character just to do it again because it wasn't very good the first time. I want to really crack it out and do it well. A Bloodborne weapons, a DLC weapons showcase just to get it out there and around. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Ian, and anybody else who decided to watch. Even if you didn't chat, good on you. I love you. You're great. And when the VOD goes up, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can actually subscribe now since I'm streaming on YouTube if you care to. But yeah, thank you guys very much. I'm gonna go relax because that Gorfin of Cause fight, I think may have given me just a slight heart attack. Let me check. I still do have a faint pulse, so I'm not gonna die. But yeah, good luck on that boss fight, guys. Any of the bosses, and I'll say it again. I appreciate you guys to no end. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Say bye-bye, Senor Jolliesworth. Make contact with the Great Ones. Enjoy your night, guys.